Howdy, folks. Widget Walls from needcoffee.com here. Back again for another Wayhomer review. Here's how it works. For the uninitiated, I just left the cinema where we've seen a film, and I'm going to talk to you about that film on our way home. And the film that we're here to talk today about is Fast Five. So, okay, Fast Five. What can we say about it? Well, okay, so here's the deal. I have been fascinated by the Fast and the Furious franchise simply because you basically had, you know, the first film, Vin Diesel, Paul Walker were your stars. Then you kind of have the sequel, which I don't even know if I ever saw it, but that had them as well. But then it kind of went into almost direct-to-video territory. I think I said after Tokyo Drift it was going to go into direct-to-video territory. And they were going to smartly just make cheap, fast, auto porn movies, you know what I mean? Not with actual porn, but for people to just go, when you have cars, right? And they would continue to make money. But what I did not anticipate was that it would be so profitable that they would turn around and get back, you know, the original cast, and to the point where with this film, well, the synopsis is basically this. You've got the characters that Dom and Brian, I don't know, the Vin and Paul people, nobody cares what they call it. It's Paul Walker and Vin Diesel, and basically they get a lot of heat on them for various reasons, and they bring they do something, or supposedly do something that's so bad that they have to bring in The Rock to take them down, right? Dwayne Johnson, who incidentally the sweat budget for either Dwayne Johnson sweats like crazy, all right? Let me put it to you this way. If he lived on Arrakis, he would be worshipped like a god, okay? But basically the deal is, if that was real sweat, either they had someone on the crew who's basically there just to spritz him down, or he just sweats a hell of a lot. I don't know. Maybe you wrestling people know this already. But if you do, don't tell me. I don't want to know. But anyway, so they bring Dwayne Johnson in, and basically their deal is, okay, we need to do, you guessed it, one final job and disappear. And it just goes from there. And they bring in basically, I mean, the film is outlined 75% of it in the trailer, so there's not much I'm going to say that's going to be a spoiler. Because there's a major plot point I want to talk about in a minute. But they basically bring in characters from the entire rest of the franchise. Oddly, it feels like they're doing like a Marvel Universe type thing. And if you stay through the credits, you'll see what I mean. But they're basically realizing, hey, we can make a crap load off of this. Let's just ride this puppy. And so it's like the League of Extraordinary Fast and the Furious actors. They just bring everybody in and do it, right? And the sixth film's already planned. You know, it's happening. So forget about it. This is going to make a ton of money. So anyway, that's your plot. One big job, disappear, da-da-da-da. So, the deal is this. When you go to see one of these films, if you go to see one of these films, I mean, basically, it's your thing or not, right? It's, you know from the trailer, they set up pretty well that it's going to be a big, dumb action movie with cars, okay? So, again, we talk a lot in these things about expectations. So, if you're expecting a big, dumb action movie with cars, then you're probably going to be happy. Because, honestly, you know, I was just sitting there thinking, wow, the only way this film could be more ludicrous is if they cast Ludacris in it. Oh, wait! They did cast Ludacris in it. So, anyway. But no, I mean, the deal is it's big, dumb, it's action, there's cars, it fulfills everything that you want, right? So that's fine. And really, the action sequences, it's well crafted. I mean, they do right by the characters. When you have those character moments, you know what I mean? Capital C, capital M, that in a lot of action films just grind everything to a halt, where you're just going, oh, please, just someone get punched in the face or blow something up. You know what I'm talking about? They have some of those, but they don't completely grind to a halt. In fact, they downshift the film a little bit, and then it just kicks back in again. Cosette, who actually drives a stick shift, is just grimacing at me from behind the camera. Quiet, you! So anyway, so it's it's well crafted for a film of its kind. It kind of stretches credulity in places, but it doesn't really break until the end. Now, there's something very important, an important concept here that I would like to introduce, and that is stupidity capital, right? Is that if you get us invested enough in a film and we're having enough of a good time, we will let you do, we, the audience, will let you, the filmmakers, do a lot of really stupid stuff because we don't care, right? Because we're having too much fun to care. But you can, and basically you want to build up your stupidity capital, so by the end, when you pull whatever crazy crap that you're going to pull, right, that we don't get kicked out of the film. We just hang on and we just go, oh yeah, whatever, do it, right? So, but the problem here is you can expend your stupidity capital, you have to earn it through the film and then blow it at the end, right? But you have to blow it smartly. And the one thing that I wish they had done in this film, and this is in the trailer, I am not giving anything away. You know, if you've watched the trailer, that they're going to use a couple of cars and they're going to yank a vault out of a wall, okay? I'm not giving anything away. They should have followed what I call the Armageddon principle, which is if you're going to do something big and stupid, all we need, we the audience, if we're in big and stupid land with you, the way you keep us from getting kicked out is you say something. You set up the fact that whatever you're going to do is possible. The example in Armageddon is giant rock heading towards Earth. Why don't we just blow it up? And the audience, you're going to be sitting there thinking this. Why don't we just blow it up? And they address this in the film. Someone asks, why don't we just blow it up? The answer, it's too big, it wouldn't work. And we go, in our brains, we go, oh, it's too big, it wouldn't work. There, that's fine. We at least want to know you've thought about that, right? So at no point do they actually establish that two cars can yank a vault out of a wall. And if they had just done something like, even if they didn't want to give it away, even though it's in the trailer, if they had said something along the lines like, are we sure this crazy plan is going to work? Yes, well, we tested out the such and so, the green thingamajigget, and it'll hold, you know, or something. Just something where we just go, well, I don't know, the guys in the film said the green thingamajigget would hold, so it's obviously going to work. So I just wish they had done that, because by the time your big action sequence at the end is happening, it took me out of the film. I mean, the fact that Rock was sweating so much was about to take me out of the film. But the fact that, that they didn't address that. Filmmakers, the Armageddon principle, we will go with you to stupid, stupid places, right, if you make it safe to do so. But you've got to make it safe to do so that our brains don't engage. Because when the brain starts to wake up, the brain would simply go, wait a minute, they're doing, and they go, no, they said that would work. Okay, we apparently exist in a universe in which that would work. Done, right? But they did not do that, and I wish they had. Now, beyond that, like I said, the actors, nobody was asked to do something. It wasn't like a Keanu Reeves thing where Keanu Reeves consistently tries to act out of his sphere, right? Vin Diesel's not doing anything really deep. Paul Walker's not doing anything deep. Dwayne Johnson's not doing anything deep. They're mostly just driving cars and punching things, which is exactly what you want them to do. So for the most part, I really don't have a problem with the film. It was not, finely executed, but it was good enough, right? So I was pleased with it. So I would say, I enjoyed it. I can only give it 2.5 cups simply because they didn't follow the Armageddon principle. I was ready to take it to 3, right? I was enjoying myself enough with some of the action sequences and some of the interaction between the various characters. I was like, okay, they've gone to school on this, and they have not done anything so far to piss me off. And the vault thing didn't piss me off. It just was like so simple that they could have fixed it. So it's a 2.5 cup film. If this is your kind of film, and if you have to ask, is this my kind of film? Then it's not your kind of film. The people that this film was designed for, they already know, and they're probably already on their way right now to see it, okay? Because it's going to make a crap ton of money, and it's going to do even better domestically, okay? If you do go to the film and get bored, there are at least 3 shots of the giant Jesus statue in Rio, right? See who can come up with the best caption for each time it appears, okay? That'll give you something to do if you're bored. But for the most part, it doesn't waste a lot of time, and the action keeps coming, which is what you want. So I think a solid 2.5. Like I said, if this is your sort of thing, go catch it on a matinee. If it's not your sort of thing, I don't know when the hell you would catch it. So there you go. So that's Fast 5 and Fast 6, I don't know, something. Just stay past the credits. You knew that was coming anyway. So there you go. Another Wayhomer in the can. I wanted to say, first of all, thank you to everybody who watches these things. And as always, if you stumble, if you like this, if it has added something to your day, if it has saved you from seeing a film or pointed you towards a film that you wound up enjoying, then stumble it, share it on Facebook, tell your friends about it, Twitter it, whatever the hell it is that you do. We appreciate it. And as always, I wanted to say, because I said this on these various social networks, and I want to say it here, those of you who are going out and purchasing things from Amazon through us, it does help pay the bills. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Everybody who supports what we're doing here and all of this craziness. So until next time, I will simply say, see ya. Also, watching the credits, Dwayne Johnson is a hairstylist. Either that's the guy who shaved his head, or he had someone to style his crazy, Van Dyke goatee thing. I don't know. I hope that guy gets paid a lot of money, because that was one sweaty beard.